To the real it is April 8th, 2015. This is already about 2030 Buenos Aires. I am still Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI. I'm still royalty of Israel. Just to the noticing and just to the implicing the reality. Panama were the emporium of the Gargolians of the Bafasa Maserrovaca, a very brothel called UNASUR-KIRSCHNERS-UNITED degenerado building for the making of the generations of today and planifying how to destroying and putting bombs all over the world and nuclear bombs and destroying people and raping and murdering and hunting and saying they are gonna be me. With the virtue and with the capacity and with the spirit and saying that I the liar because if I announce what they do and destroying what they mix up and keeping a backup for while the time to raping and murdering and disappearing and suppressing enough forwarding to making the same thing they do to me. So Perra Cristina Kirchner, the head of the whole of the brothel of shit called UNASUR, and that brothel, because of ain't no other, and genociders that generates abominable freaks, union of vermins y perras de cuarta 666 with a part of a few victims, noticing at the prostibulario Telesur, naturally, and una perra of them saying, because of the United States of America, thought the LGBT armies raped 15 persons here in Venezuela. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, Bolivariana perra, infeliz degenerado. You are one of this shit and you are doing exactly the same. So your king shit of an army has raped 2 million Jewish and 3 million of mine, and sacrificially Sodom y Gomorrah to the saying you are the government of the world, maldita degenerada. So in the middle of this all, the shit of there is exactly what I said, and I'm sorry for victims, but it's exactly this. Perra UNASUR, maldita sea si muerta te enterraste. Y yo feliz. So in the middle of this all, in the United States of America, happens the 666 as well, but it's of these maricas y degenerados, and you, Bolivariana de mierda, you applaud them. So for you, perra de cuarta, it's like, oh, the guys to have a fun, they just discharge, like maricas peronistas here, y toda perra pedófila acá, that you applaud, maldita mierda. In the middle of this, through this, and I'm sorry for the terms and the reality, which is definitely defined by these terms, for the keeping this reality, I just were designing a little bit more. And I designed a very awesome track. And I designed a very awesome sportive compact. And like my rights and sovereign, which I am Israeli and I am royal of Israel, I just designed on my own connectless with my laptop and I done my job. So I put it in micro SD and I sent while and during and fighting for the Claro. Stolen me, credit, Claro Argentina, and blocked me for I do not send while tas degeneradas, Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana, robbing me and saying they done first while taking pictures over a connection through the image that I were reproducing at my laptop that I have, and reproducing in them laptops saying they done and I stolen them. So in the middle of this all, tas degeneradas Kirchners giving the, oh, we give you because of you done, and evangelicas de mierda, denouncing that I stolen them, what they supposedly designed, and pretending to saying that they are gonna say what is of God that they never allowed me to have and keeps on stealing me whatever I do, and playing macha marica maleva brava, perra sucia degenerada violenta, bruja de cuarta ta degenerada, which are, sorry the word, for the making what they says got to do. Saying that they are gonna say that Lord never set me or let me do or be nothing. So, ta diabla degenerada keeps on delirium and playing ta degenerada macha brava violenta, la voy a reducir a ta mierda degenerada que son y lo voy a disfrutar y voy a empezar hoy. Y ta degeneradas also profane, brujas de cuarta, making the job, saying that they can. And third, coming to denouncing Israel, saying that they were stealing with me to the militaries Argentina and government of Argentina, saying that they are not going to let they and I to having what they never allowed. And there's the saying, of course. Maldita perra sucia Fabián González, perra sucia Osvaldo Carníbal, perra sucia Guillermo Prein, perra sucia Omar Cabrera, perra sucia Carlos Anacondia, perra sucia Juan Crudo, perra sucia Claudio Freyson. Pretending to blame the churches and saying because of I live on making trust and all this signing and I don't care for the people that needs. And tas degeneradas tearing to saying that I work for them. So, atrofia ta sucia degenerada, also there's a saying with those terms. La realidad de lo que sos y te estampé para muerte. En los términos esos. Ta degenerada. Evangelista de mierda. With the pardon of victims. So in the middle of this all, started making a riot and called the whole of the degenerada evangelic of the world to the making the destruction upon our people. And saying they are going to domain and control for Israel to not come to murder. To not come to destroy and making the riot. Y yo te voy a mostrar, pedazo de perra de cuarta, que vos mandás a violar a matar y tomás propina de la violación y el asesinato de tu maldita sucia Sodoma y Gomorra, de la cual sociedad. Entonces, evangelista de mierda, te voy a empezar a dar muerte en todo lugar donde te encuentre y vas a decir anticristo, 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 y yo te voy a decir no, Elías, 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 yo soy, y muerto estás, pedazo de tap de Lucifer. Y bien merecida la muerte tenés, pedazo de perra degenerada, atrofiada de cuarta. For this. So in the middle of the reality for the keeping these terms and putting orders about this clear, kept on denouncing that I stolen them, kept on denouncing that I were taking them out, which never happened, and I done myself, and I am the author, and I done myself what I do. This disgusting hell shit doesn't has no authority given by no God, doesn't has no reality of not anointment, are all profane, pagan, liars, criminals, psychopaths, demons. The generation, and place judges, and place lords, and place owners, and place the regulators of the things of the God, and place the pacifiers, they said to United Nations today. They turn to using this term and saying this. Pacifiers, they said. Peacemakers. They turned to saying that I were stealing to the state of Argentina and I were kind of a degenerate. There were happening extortions from the Hague itself, asked me to come out for the last night yesterday. And I were walking exhaustively and tiredly, and my legs even in a moment were kind of a very bending, unresponsive, and falling like sleep for the tiredness and the right destruction I came on suffering and the stress I were carrying. And turned to saying, oh, he were totally drugged. Have you seen him? And turned to saying a couple of perras de cuarta that I were making sex like a very degenerate and forging assembled shit for murdering also and raping my people, saying that I were having sex with maricas, Fuerzas Armadas. So in the middle of the reality this, kept on making the degenerations and forging my signature and Israel's government and US government and Europe Union's states government, and kept on saying also Russia and Japan gave it to us, and he defamated, and he destroyed and made damages to us, and also the board Alviar and Piñeiro and Cuerpo Médico Forense supporting this, with the Cámara of Communication in Claro, Argentina, saying that I stolen and I hacked with a cell phone, what I done myself. And maricas, Ejército Argentino telling we done with the sign, and it's gonna be what we say, of course with the sign dead. Marica de mierda, te vas a repudrir muerta, marica enferma. Para lo único que servís es para masturbarte, para corromper, violar, reventar, robar y matar. Perra sucia. And in the middle of this reality, for the saying the truth, also kept with the belongs my poetry, my everything, for he didn't do nothing else, so I done everything. Perra sucia. And because of I were implying for a very limitation, you're robbing to me with putos evangelistas, saying that has right. What I should receive and having access for like 8 more chaps. That you won't have, you pedazo de perra. At the reality of I do have my access and my resource, for I do come for my hard work, and cleaning my desk, and restarting my activity. And you make time for, he didn't do nothing else, so everything is ours. Maldita ta degenerada, perro de cuarta. And gives the witchcraft every day, not only to me, and kidnapping and raping and murdering. And pedazo de cuarta, Cristina Kirchner, making the Bacasel Batramafa en la mierda panameña, with the burden of victims. UNASUR, sos un antro de perras y gárgolas y degenerados, y así vas a morir. Igual ustedes, evangelistas de mierda, antro de gárgolas y degenerados, perras enfermas, repodridas, atrofiadas, viciadas, trolitas degeneradas de Sodoma y Gomorra, creídas de autoridad y derecho, perras retóricas del infierno, y así los voy a exterminar. Forgive me the words, but are real. Each and every picture has definition and the level of it. And some really lower. https www.xfodrmcpxtm. Porque tiene que estar internado, porque encima que se droga, miente y se va a prostituir y roba. Hace todo lo que nosotros decimos, encima miente y engaña y manda a los Estados Unidos y Israel y a la Corte Criminal Internacional que nos roba a nosotros, que nos pertenece porque Dios nos lo dio. Ay, y nosotros vimos esto, ¿lo vieron ustedes? Ay, ¿vieron esto? ¿Es esto lo que vieron? Es lo que mandó. Bueno, entonces se los robó. Middle, sys middle IDRMC 51.9T F9 System Trickle Key and Bleed. So, expertas maricas, bebés haciéndome brujería y profanando, y cuando estoy haciendo algo, decís que ves lo que hago. Y después decís inventando con las tas degeneradas, putazos, Kirchners y evangelistas. Somos expertas, nosotros sabemos lo que decimos, putos degenerados, putos muertos. That you saw that I robbed while you saw that I were making. And you pictured and you forged for the robbing, saying, we don't do it here, and we've done it all in the whole of the world. Putazo degenerado. Sorry for this. April 8th, this should be around 2200.